Hello everybody, this is Johns Hopkins with Baltimore Heritage, and we're back with another of our 5-Minute Histories videos. And today I'm on Frederick Avenue by Loudon Park Cemetery in southwest Baltimore in the Irvington neighborhood. If you know where that is, that's what we're going to talk about today. And in fact, I'm in this fabulous little park here that is actually a putt-putt golf course, and behind me is a brand new mural that I'm proud that Baltimore Heritage helped fund with one of our micro grants. If you were on the Zoom call that helped choose the things that got funded, thank you. You can be proud. This is one of them. I'm pleased to be joined by a gentleman named Johnny Martin, who's the head of a community development corporation here working in the neighborhood. But before I turn it over to Mr. Martin, oh, and I forgot one more thing. On, let me get the date right, May 21st at 10 a.m., we're going to be doing a walking tour of Irvington. So if you're looking at this video and you want to know firsthand what's going on, come on out. All right, let's jump into how Irvington got on the map, literally. It appeared in 1877, but the idea got started a little bit before that with a gentleman named Cyrus Irving Diddy. He didn't like the name Cyrus. He went by Irving, thus we have Irvington and not Cyrusville or something. But he had the idea about 3 years before. He was born in Anne Arundel County before the Civil War. During the war, he joined up with the Confederate side in the cavalry and met a gentleman named Augustus Schwartze, whose family had started the first mill in Baltimore County, so early industrial family there. First they became friends, and then they became family, for Irving fell in love with Schwartze's sister, Sophia, and they got married. Schwartze had one other thing in addition to an eligible sister that Irving wanted, and that was land. And about 3 years before Irvington got on the map, Irving bought a big parcel of land that eventually became the neighborhood. At first, he laid out streets, 3 streets. They were dirt paths, but one of them that he named after his elder daughter, Augusta. You can see the connection there with his friend Augustus Schwartze. But things took off pretty good after that. At first, it was wealthy Baltimore families buying houses as summer homes, great 2- and 3-story Victorian houses. But soon the summer homes gave way to permanent homes, and because we are Baltimore, they eventually became row house communities on some streets, although the Victorian homes are still here for sure. Irving died in 1887, about 10 years after he got the neighborhood started. His wife, Sophia, widow, apparently didn't want to be in the neighborhood building business. She moved to Bolton Hill and lived there the rest of her life. But before I turn it over to Mr. Martin, I just want to say a word about 3 institutions that have been part of Irvington from the very beginning and still are. The first is St. Joseph's Monastery. It was founded quite early in the 1860s by the priests of the Passionists order. They were given a chunk of land in Catonsville by Emily McTavish, granddaughter of Charles Carroll of Carrollton. They sold the property for a good penny and bought the land, a bigger chunk here where they started the monastery. The church, if you haven't been, is absolutely gorgeous. I highly encourage you to come on down and take a look. Okay, I'm going to keep rolling along. The second institution is Mount St. Joseph's College, which is actually a high school. They've been going since the very first days of the neighborhood, not by the Passionists, but by the Xaverians. And I took a look at their alumni list. They have alums all over the world, but they sort of have a magic for sports. Get this, among their alumni, they've got 7 professional baseball players, 4 professional basketball players, 3 professional football players, and even 1 gold medalist in the Olympics. So not too bad from a little school out here in Irvington. All right, final institution is actually 3, and that's the cemeteries. Loudon Park Cemetery, Mount Olivet, and New Cathedral. Let's start real quick word. We'll do a video on each of those, I promise. But New Cathedral, we'll start with a sports theme. Over 100,000 souls buried here, from Confederate spies to Union heroes, politicians like Tommy D'Alessandro and Clarence Dew Burns, all buried here. And it has the most number of Hall of Fame professional baseball players than any cemetery in the world. So pretty neat. Mount Olivet, rolling right along, a little bit earlier, 1854, I think. It got started by Lovely Lane United Methodist Church, the mother church of Methodism. And it's called, and I quote the resting place of Methodist bishops, and there are a number of bishops here. Francis Asbury, Enoch George, John Emery, Beverly Waugh, even Robert Strawbridge, a preacher who was the first one to start Methodist meetings in the country. Finally, again, rolling along real quick, Loudon Park Cemetery, the oldest, 1853, on land that was owned by James Carey, the Quaker abolitionist. And it also has a dizzying array of souls from Charles Bonaparte of the Napoleon Bonaparte family, who founded the FBI, H.L. Mencken, our curmudgeon newspaperman from Union Square, Mary Pickersgill, who sewed the Star-Spangled Banner, and most recently, that lion of a civil rights activist and legislator, Elijah Cummings, is buried here. All right, I am going to turn it over to Mr. Martin. Irvington certainly has its ups and downs over the last 150 years. It is known for its resiliency and its diversity, and I'm going to stop talking here and let Mr. Martin take over. All right, we're all yours.
So welcome to historic Irvington. My name is Johnny Martin. I am the founder and board president of Cooperative Community Development, CCD Inc. for short. We are an emerging community development corporation headquartered right here in Irvington. We're working on a lot of great projects. As you can see in the background, one of our murals that was sponsored by Baltimore Heritage. Thank you very much, Baltimore Heritage. And it really is just a clarion call to the community that we share a vision for progress for this community, and the only way we can get it done is together. So together we can do great things. I invite you to come along on this great walking tour, find out more great history about Irvington, and find out all the great things that we're cooking up as a CDC. So some of the great things we're working on as an organization is the Little Memorial Garden. It's going to be located at the corner of Irving Street and Old Frederick. It is a memorial to Mr. George Little, who has farmed there for over 30 years. Unfortunately, he lost his battle to COVID, so we have stepped in to memorialize him and also restore that space to the community garden it beautifully once was. We also have the Oasis at 240 South Monastery, a formerly vacant and blighted city-owned lot that we've turned into something that the entire community can enjoy. You can go there and read a book, have a picnic lunch, lay out in the grass. Another thing that we're excited to work on is the Will Hyde Community Garden in Mount Olivet. So we're working very closely with the Mount Olivet Community Association to erect the Will Hyde Community Garden in the rear of 307 Front Hill Avenue. Please stop by there, take a look, enjoy the space, give us some feedback of what you'd like to see there. And also, we invite you out this summer. We host a community marketplace every first and third Saturday until December 24th. And that's really a highlight of local brands, local makers, community. We just want the community to come out and engage and enjoy each other and enjoy the products and everything that the vendors have to offer. And we end that marketplace on December 24th with a beautiful tree lighting ceremony that the whole community can enjoy. We'll erect a huge 15-foot Christmas tree. Everybody comes out and helps to decorate. We'll have a fire going, some marshmallows and s'mores and hot cocoa. So we invite you to check out our website, www.ccdgroup.org, and find out all the great things that we have coming up and the great opportunities that you have to volunteer. We would love to see your face.